Hello, all of you wonderful, wonderful people, and welcome into today's episode of the Top Cut Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. My name is, of course, Sunny. I am here with my co-host, Caleb.
Hello.
And we are here with our wonderful, wonderful friend that we haven't talked to in a long time, Mr. GiantSkyHawk. What is up, dude? How are the winds today?
Not much wind, but we did get some snowfall up here in Canada land yesterday. So
Oh, that sounds terrible.
I am feeling the effects of the weather, but aside from that, it's good.
All right, well, I'm surprised you didn't fly south for the winter, but to each his own. I respect that. Well, before we go too much further, we of course want to thank all of our wonderful patrons. So a huge thank you to Austin Johnson, Salix, Kane Martin, Damian Zink, Gate Guardian Support, Marshawn Jones, Master of Isa, Mr. Herbies, Witchcrafter Main 2022, Zyphorus, Zephyrus, AD, Aaron Gardner, Anthony Leela, Appaloosa is a Floodgate, Brandon, Dank Nugs, Invoked Fart, Kevin Hugh, Mountain Man, Owen Alvarado, Pig, Please Konami, Colossus to 1, Rudolph, Sneaky Links, Virtually Savior's World, What Does Pot of Greed Do, Chris Myers, MBT's Hard Leg, Old Man Red, Ray Powell, Slaking It Up, and Unbanned Dandelion, Konami. I have to read that one in like a funny tone of voice to like get it right. And I feel like, because like there's no punctuation. And it's just like,
Somebody really changed their Patreon name to Appaloosa as a Floodgate, huh?
It depends if you've listened. That's been a thing for a while.
And it's been funny every time.
Yeah.
As a podcast listener, I am the type of person who just like jumps 6 minutes ahead. So I'm not expecting anybody to hear my voice right now.
Buddy. That's harsh. I mean, I do it too, but it's harsh. Don't give them ideas. We need the retention. Chill.
That's true, actually. Everybody ignore what I just said.
Everybody that's actually listening to this part, apparently. Because apparently everybody just skips in.
Alright, from this moment on, I swear. I solemnly swear I shall never skip a portion of a podcast ever again.
No, you can skip other people's, just not ours.
So help me, Avita, Rebuilder of Worlds.
All right, well, we have a very fun episode for you all today. So we have, of course, the wheel. Now, I know, your first instinct when you hear the wheel is to run, because in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh, everybody hated the wheel. But we're using it for a very different purpose.
Well, either that or you've seen the movie The Wheel.
I don't know what you're talking about right now, but I already do not want to hear any more about it because it sounds like a terrible movie.
Listen. It's a terrible movie. Everyone needs to go see it. It is awful, but watch it.
Okay, wait, okay.
Isn't that the horror movie about, like, the haunted tire that goes and, like, gets people?
Is that what that is?
Yep.
Wow. I don't know what's worse. The fact that movie was made, or the fact that Skyhawk, you knew exactly what movie he was talking about.
It's such a bad movie, but it's so fun just to watch.
So, okay, wait. Are we talking, like, Phantom Menace bad, or are we talking Sharknado bad? Because it's two very different kinds of bad.
Sharknado bad.
Okay, so, like, low budget, low production quality, but low
really
everything,
fun.
But really funny.
The first, 5 minutes is kind of rough to get through because they spend, the first 5 minutes of the movie being really up their own rear ends with why not?
With why not?
No, really. Because, the movie starts with this car backing over a bunch of, debris and this dude getting out of the trunk and starts monologuing about why not do this? Why not do that? For, 5 minutes. And then he explodes. And the movie starts.
I hope everybody skipped the first 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we have the wheel in front of us today. And now, I know you can't see the wheel, but we can see the wheel. So, what this wheel is a bunch of banned Yu-Gi-Oh cards that we're going to make some arguments for them coming back or them staying banned. And this is assuming that everything else stays the same on the list. So I'll give you a quick overview of these 12 things that we have. First, we have Harpore. So this is, of course, Orcas Harpore. Then we have Colossus, which is Thunder Dragon Colossus. Then we have Ptolemaeus. What is that? Is that Constellar Ptolemaeus?
I would assume.
I have it right. Do I have that right? It's Ptolemaeus or is it Ptolemy? I know we were getting suggestions from our Discord. I didn't even really look that closely. Is it?
I'm pulling it up. Hold on. That would be. Let's see.
Constellar Ptolemaeus.
Oh, Tellarknight
It is.
Ptolemy.
Oh, Tellarknight Ptolemy, not Ptolemaeus.
Yeah, Tellarknight. Technically, it is Ptolemaeus, but
What do you mean technically?
You're thinking of okay, so you guys are getting this mixed up because you're thinking of
M7.
thinking of Constellar Ptolemy M7, which is a monster that isn't banned. This is Tellarknight Ptolemaeus.
got it.
Okay,
It might be
Ptolemaeus.
actually, I think it's Tellarknight Ptolemaeus.
It's Stellar.
Knight. Yeah, it's Tellarknight Ptolemaeus.
Okay, all right. Then we have Zodiac Dryden and Zodiac Barrage. We have them grouped up into one. Then we have Heavy Metal Foes Electromite. Then we have the one, the only, the Roach himself, Maximum C. Or Maxi, you know. Wind Up Carrier Zenmaity. Yada and Time Seal. So Yada Garasu and Time Seal grouped into one because they're the same thing, but one's inexplicably worse than the other, but still banned for no reason. I could be on either side of that, I promise. Denglong. Denglong, something of the Yangzing. I don't know what it first.
Denglong, the gate trap of the Yangtze.
The gate trap of the Yangzing.
You're not wrong.
First. Denglong, first of the Yangtze.
Okay, so it is first of the Yangzing.
I was right.
For once.
Yeah, I know.
I know. Caleb's like, I know. I'm shocked too. Then we have Spellbook of Judgment. Then we have the Dragon Rulers, just all of the Dragon Rulers. And while we're saying all of things, just all of the tuners. All of those crazy busted tuners that are banned for no gosh darn good reason.
No, they're banned for a reason.
No.
But they're all banned for the same reason.
One very nameable same reason. So, without further ado, let's talk about some of these. Why don't we? So we're going to spin the wheel, and you'll notice a trend. One of us will take up a contrary stance. One of us will take up a for stance, like a pro stance. And one of us is going to kind of moderate the discussion. So, give the wheel a good spin here. And the first card that we are talking about is Orcas Harpore. So, in my opinion, I think Harpore can come back. And let me tell you why. So, Harpore says you can banish this card from your graveyard as cost. Special summon one Orcas monster from your deck, except Orcas Harpore. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn, except dark monsters. You can only use this effect once per turn. So, 1. Lancia shuts this whole thing down. Lancia's a good card. It's not any better. This right here, it's good. It's very good. It's not any better than what decks are already doing, though. You cannot tell me that this generates more advantage than an entire adventure combo, an entire PK combo. Dragon Maid generates more advantage than this. I mean, come on. What are we doing? Why is this banned? I'm here. I'm here. But bring me an argument.
Oh, Sonny. Were you not around in 2019 during the horrors of the time that people were special summoning Orcas Nightmare with Nightmare Mermaid? Mermaid may be gone, but as the person arguing that Harpore should remain banned, I believe there are a few things to consider. First, machine-type monsters are the scourge of Yu-Gi-Oh! Have you ever faced down in a machine mirror match, special summon Cyber Dragon, make Chimera Tech? This is what was happening in that format when Orcas was good.
It sounds like pros, not cons.
Do we really want matches of Yu-Gi-Oh! To be Cyber Dragons staring at each other, waiting for the first person to drop a machine? Absolutely not. Secondly, I think giving another engine that can be splashable in decks at a time when the meta is full of splashable engines is problematic. A lot of decks, especially decks like the Adventure Engine that have discard outlets, could use discard Harp and discard Nightmare to turn into really, really ridiculous boards. The pile decks, I think, get even stronger. So as of right now, Harpore coming back actually contributes to the current problem of the game.
I would argue that, though, that there are better things for people to be sending to the graveyard, such as Fairy Tale Snow, which is not once per turn and already a legal card.
So sure, but Fairy Tale Snow is a thing on its own. It doesn't enable a wider engine. It doesn't enable like a grind game. Fairy Tale Snow is limited by the resources that you already have in play. Orcas Harpore enables decks to exist on a completely different access to Dingirsu out of the extra deck for Sens in a much easier way than Grenmaju Turbo making a rank 8, or easy access to a counter trap as a backup plan. I don't know. I don't think so.
Caleb, who wins?
I'm pretty sure Skyhawk made some very valid points with the splashable engine bit.
But
There's no but.
Objection, leading the witness.
There was no but there. This
I like big butts, and I cannot lie.
This is a buttless creature.
1 point for the large bird man, it seems.
That's rough.
That's rough.
That's rough.
That's rough, he says.
All right, so let's just get rid of that option off the wheel.
Goodbye, Harp. Bye-bye.
All right, let's spin this little wheel again. Harp stays banned. All right, so Yatagarasu and Time Seal.
Okay. Okay, so I think I'll start with this one. I think they should like stay banned forever because I like my draws. I love my draw phase. Don't you?
Yes, but. Yes, but.
There is no but there. I like my draw phase.
I like big butts. And I cannot lie. Let me tell you here about a little bit these two little cards. Let's start with Time Seal.
All right.
Time Seal is a trap card. A normal trap card.
Yes.
It says your opponent skips their next draw phase.
Yes.
So, for this card to be effective, it is at best not effective until turn 3.
Mm-hmm.
At which point, in 2022 Yu-Gi-Oh! Terms, it is not effective until the game is over. It would see 0 relevant play in any deck outside of Eldritch, which cannot take advantage of it because Eldritch already takes 3 to 5 turns to kill you minimum.
That's the thing. They can take advantage of that, though, because you lose your draw. That is the opportunity to draw an out, an opportunity to draw a Twin Twister or Cosmic Cyclone and just ruin their whole back row.
I think that Time Seal is too slow in an era of Yu-Gi-Oh! In which games are, for the most part, resolved and done in a turn.
I didn't want to drop this bomb this early, but Time Seal makes Mystic Mine better. Because now not only are you stalling out, you force your opponent to skip a draw phase, skip an entire draw.
That makes Mystic Mine worse. What are you talking about? Because now that puts the person that's skipping their draw phase with more cards in deck.
All right, as moderator, I'm stepping in.
Okay.
Time Seal, we've had the discussion about. How do y'all feel about Yatagarasu?
Yes, we spent all that time about Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu, I also believe, needs to stay banned. But for an entirely different reason. Because it's Time Seal, but better because it's got a body and can just keep doing it over and over again. Then during the interface, returns itself to the hand. The disrespect.
The disrespect
Of just pinching you and running away.
I would say that Yatagarasu, as the card that has been on the ban list longer than any other card ever, can come off because in an age where we have cards like Effect Veiler and Infinite Impermanence, not to mention a plethora of negates of all sorts, a card that requires you to burn your normal summon every single turn because it cannot be special summoned, and it does return to the hand at every single end phase, is again too slow and simply not enough for modern Yu-Gi-Oh!
Well, the thing is that they're...
Okay, Caleb, make your counter argument, and then I will fact check.
Okay, so my biggest issue with it is that there are entire decks that are around now that do not care about the normal summon. They can go throughout their entire turn, and the normal summon is an extender.
All right, that's time in the round. Please complete your current phase. However, as moderator, I would like to fact check Sunny. Yatagarasu
Wait, no, stop.
Yatagarasu is tied with many other cards for cards that are longest on the ban list, including
I'm
Delinquent
sorry,
Duo,
longest banned.
Delinquent Duo, and Graceful Charity.
Yes, but Yatagarasu has been banned longer than any other card. Therefore, it is the longest card on the ban list, not the longest card on the forbidden and limited list.
That's actually not true. Yatagarasu was banned at the same time as Graceful Charity and Delinquent Duo.
They came off the list later. They are legal in GO format. Yata is not.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah. The big three. Potigree,
Those
Graceful
just-
Charity, and Delinquent Duo.
That's just
Are all-
came out. What the hell was Konami thinking? Okay, as moderator, I have done a terrible job. I will give the win to Sunny for correcting me.
That's right.
And also, what? Yatagarasu coming off the list is a buff to Shino Bird exactly? Sure.
I like this moderator. He's on my side. All right, let's spin this wheel again. We've spent too much long. It's late. Too much time on this. All right, next we have Heavy Metal Foes, Electromite. Caleb, you're for. Skyhawk, you're against. Let's hear the arguments, boys.
Okay, so since I began last time, I'll let Skyhawk begin this time.
All right. I am against Heavy Metal Foes Electromite coming off the ban list. And this hurts my heart to say, as a Dynamist player, begging Konami for a crumb of support. But unfortunately, this card needs to stay banned. While Pendulum decks have not seen much success over the last couple of years in general since the banning of Electromite, the problem with Electromite existing with the current pool of Pendulum support is that Pendulum decks merge to become the Triff Gaming super pile of decks. All Pendulum cards, their value in a deck is entirely based on can this card synergize with Electromite, and a whole bunch of unique and interesting stuff that happens gets pushed to the wayside. I would rather Pendulum get new support than Electromite come back.
Counter argument.
Pendulum best deck. Let's go.
Counter argument.
My counter argument is L plus ratio plus Fluffle Best deck plus owned by Anti-Spell Fragrance.
Ooh!
Oh, L plus ratio. What are you gonna do now?
Plus anti-spell fragrance. Jesus. But
L,
yeah.
chain ratio, chain anti-spell, GG.
Oh, chain ratio. Caleb, do you have an actual counter argument? Even though you don't need one, you've clearly proven your point.
I mean, obviously, Pendulum best deck.
Is there more to that? Is that the entire counter argument?
For the moment, yes. I'm refreshing myself on what Electromite's actual effect is.
I thought you were doing that while he was talking.
I was.
He needs to refresh again because pendulum cards have too much text.
Yes.
Hold on. I have the solution to this, actually. One moment. I can explain what Heavy Metal Foes Electromite does. Once per turn.
A lot.
If this card is link summoned, you can add a pendulum monster from your deck to your extra deck.
Whoa. This is not an Asmr podcast.
Okay, got it. It's draw one card. It's just infinite draw one card.
No, you can't do this.
Wait, you're for it, not against it. Slow down.
No, that's good.
Wait, how? Wait, I'm the moderator. Stop. Continue.
But yeah, because pendulum decks are just so far behind. They need something. Anything. Give them their Electromite. give them their chance to shine in the sun for a minute.
Like
Maybe
a single format.
Yes, for at least a singular format.
See what it does.
See what it does. See that it's perfectly balanced as all things should be.
I would like to point out that I literally made his argument as the intro to my argument and then countered it in my argument.
Which is hilarious.
But his argument stands.
Pendulum best deck, let's go.
I'm just going to say, some obscenities inserted right here. Pendulums. I don't like pendulums.
Oh, no, neither do I.
Leave it banned. Okay, so next. Which one am I this time?
That you be against.
Okay. Oh, Dragon Rulers? Oh, this is easy. Let's go. All right, so let's talk about these. Let's talk about these little guys right here. Let's talk about these guys. So, 3 Dragon Rulers to talk about: Blaster, Tidal, and Redox. So, for those that don't know, they all have the same basic effect. But the real one that you have to think here, like, they all have the same thing, except they do a different thing when they get sent to the graveyard, right? Or is it when they get banished?
Send to the graveyard.
Cool. Okay, so there's 2 reasons that Dragon Rulers cannot come back. 1, Blaster pops a card on the field, Redox special summons 1 from the graveyard, and Tidal Foolish Burials anything. Is it anything or any dragon? Or is
Anything.
Is it any card from the deck?
Ooh, good question.
You look that up, Mr. Moderator. So, here's the issue. We already have Tempest back. But the real reason that they can't come back is twofold. 1, you cannot have a critical mass of Dragon Rulers.
It is 1 water.
Any water monster. So this breaks a lot of water decks, first of all. Including sending Water Enchantress, I think not. But, as if that wasn't a big enough problem, this causes a critical mass of Dragon Ruler cards in the game, which is extension. Think about how good Dragon Link Adventure is if they can do a full Dragon Link combo and send Water Enchantress to the graveyard mid-combo for no reason other than they feel like it. I think not. My second reason is, I'm good, dog. We already got Storm Dragon's Return as a crappy Starlight when they released Tempest. I don't want 3 more crappy Starlights. I rest my case.
Sonny. I understand that as the resident Yugi boomer, you're stuck in the year 2014, when people were making Big Eye and Dracosack, and staring at each other with Crimson Bladers. But this is the year 2022. We already have cards that can Foolish Burial anything. Curious? Like, literally sends anything in the game. Shooting Riser Dragon sends any monster. We're already
Neither of which are
doing this.
easily accessible in the Dragon Link deck. Continue.
What do you mean neither of which are easily accessible in the Dragon Link deck? You think a Dragon Link deck can't make Shooting Riser Dragon? They just make a Howl. Get out of here. Redox. What are you playing Redox in? Adamancipator?
Tuners are banned. What are they bringing out?
Adamancipator that has topped 1 regional in like 6 months, and Tidal, like Blaster, pop a card fine. Fire decks could use the boost. Water hasn't topped anything in like 2 years. These cards are old. Their individual effects are hard once per turns. They're not tools that we don't already have in the game, and they already have Tempest. Dragon Ruler doesn't play it. I don't think Dragon Ruler plays any of these cards if they come off the list. Maybe Blaster as a go-second tool.
The reason I disagree is the same reason that they still play Red MD, even though he's limited to a hard once per turn.
Elise Davis literally cut Red MD.
Yeah.
She literally cut Red MD.
Yeah, Alyssa been cutting them recently.
Listen, the point is, once you reach that critical mass, they are better.
So what, you're gonna make, like, Diabolisus the Mind Hacker and pass? I'm like, what are you doing with 2 level 7s?
It's not about what you do with 2 level 7s. You can link them off into Romulus. You can do any number.
Romulus and Dragon Reveal.
You can do any number of things. Either of the level 7s plus the, what is it? What Synchron is that? Rocket Synchron?
Yes, level 1.
That's Chaos. That's Chaos Ruler, the magical Dragon Ruler guy.
They can make. They can already do that. with a card that is better in their engine in Amsa Router.
So that's time in the round. I'm sorry to say, but Skyhawk's got this one.
You're doing that just because you think it's funny. You're not supposed to give an answer on who won. The listeners are supposed to do that.
I'm 3-0, baby. Let's go.
3-0.
Yeah, but L plus ratio.
That's true.
All right,
I can't argue.
Dryden and Barrage. All right, so I think the case against Dryden and Barrage is pretty clear and obvious and simple, if we're being honest.
Yeah, Zodiac's broken and needs to stay banned forever.
That.
Ban more. Ban
Ratpier.
Ban Thoroughblade.
Ban Chakanine.
No, not Chakanine. Ban Thoroughblade. Ban Bunny Blast. The snake can stay.
Okay, so since both the for and against people have decided that they should be banned, I guess I have to take the position that we can bring back.
Wait, hold on, wait. I didn't get to make my actual argument. Caleb jumped in.
All right.
All right, so actual reason that they should stay banned. Dryden provides a variability to the Tri-Brigade engine that cannot otherwise be accounted for. So, for example, it allows the Tri-Brigade engine a different Utopic Draco Future line than the Lyrilisk line. It allows them a more consistent and reliable way to go into their combos without having to run a lot of extra main deck cards. So the Zodiac engine is more consistent and more powerful than the Lyrilisk engine in such that it lets you play less main deck cards for the same result, because the 10 key can not only search the Fractal now, but it can search any of your other starters. So in this way, you can load your graveyard, still get everywhere you want to get to, have just as imposing or more imposing of an end board, and at the end of the day, you get to run an extra 3 to 6 hand traps in the Tri-Brigade deck. Broken. And I feel like that argument settles both of these cards.
Well, there is one thing I do have to say about Dryden. Why?
Remember, you're pro.
Yes. That I will say about Dryden. And this is kind of a sore spot for me, but I'm flipping into a pro here. If all you have is draw on your field and your opponent activates shit, all fusion, activate Dryden, pop itself. If they ain't got materials in hand, they just lose this shit all fusion.
Caleb's just salty because I did that to him several times.
Twice!
That was enough.
Well,
You're pro here.
Yes.
Give me an argument for them.
But no, that is my argument for them. It also gives you the accessibility, particularly in the upcoming format where we're going to be seeing a whole lot of Albaz. Whether or not it's good, we're going to be seeing a whole lot of it. So as soon as they, summon the Albaz, you can effectively try and pop that sucker. Not a problem anymore. It's not a problem. Just any of those decks that rely on the normal summon being on the field, even Sword Soul will have issues here.
So your argument is that it makes it better, and my argument is that it makes it better.
Yes.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Well, as the moderator, I think I have to give it to Sunny solely because I have literally never seen anybody normal summon Fallen of Albaz in my life.
Fair.
Caleb was really grasping there.
I really was. He
took
all my points. I was like,
yeah, well. Also, Sonny, you definitely did 2 against in a row.
Wait, did I?
Was
I pro in that one?
You were against the Dragon Rulers coming back, and you are now against the Zodiacs. That's how strong.
Oh, how about this? How about this?
Supposed to be anti-Zodiac.
Oh, I'm sorry, I got mixed up. How about this? Let me fix this.
All right.
So the Barrage and Dryden can actually both come back because while they are good, they're not good in their own individual deck. They are a full Zodiac deck. It's just not as powerful.
I guess you could say that the Dryden has huge tracts of land.
Yeah! Huge! She's got huge
I love
tracts
that
of land.
I love that movie so much.
Mod Spot and the Holy Grail reference.
Yeah.
It's Classic.
We're getting off track.
I am decreeing that nobody wins this argument because Zodiac was a mistake.
That's fair.
That's fair.
All I know is I'm moderating this time.
Oh yeah, okay. So what? I believe I'm against.
Yeah, I'd be pro.
And Caleb is for. Okay.
Yeah.
Monsters, this face-up card leaves the fielding special summon off. I will start with due to them recently up rare all the 10 Source will have a couple more avenues so it can actually keep pace with the game as the game progresses and
But can't come off the list is because it would break the streak of overpowered level 5 synchro monsters that Konami has made that hit the ban list. Why would you unhit Danglong if Ebe is on the list? Like, Danglong is just better than Ebe. Danglong is like another free body. Danglong turns Combo Dino into even more Wombo Combo Dino. If you think the base deck is scary now, wait until the base deck can search a counter trap. And they can play to 60 and it doesn't matter. You just make this with Auroradon. Cupid pitch combos under Herald of the Arclight to add this, and then when this gets sent to the graveyard, you summon another Yang Zing from deck. This is like way too much advantage on one card, and it's more accessible now than ever. I don't care about the reprints. This is like, I know I'm fighting an uphill battle. Sunny's just going to be like, I want Danglong for my deck. So I know I'm going to lose this one, but please, podcast listeners, hear me out. My address is...
That's
and I've just been killed by the Sword Soul apologists.
Okay. I'm very upset that I'm moderating on this one. But I gotta say. I just gotta say. Show me the supposed decks that are so prevalent this format, that are such a problem. Show me all the competitive tops, because they're not getting them.
Based was like the third most represented deck at the YCS.
Total or in Top Cut?
In Top Cut.
I disagree.
It was tied with... Okay, whatever. I already know I'm not winning against the worm faction.
I disagree.
All I'm saying is, if you give me Danglong, I will end the world with Dinosaur.
I disagree. All right, what am I this time? 4?
Against.
I'm against. All right, well.
And then...
You're 4.
I'm 4?
Yeah, you're 4.
Okay. All right.
This should be a fun one. Listen. Colossus, it can't come back.
Oh, fuck. No! Why would you make me do this?
Listen, let me explain to you exactly why Colossus can't come back. Dragon Link, this is my second time making this argument, is already a good deck. The last thing that you need to do is give them an extra boss monster to end on. Colossus is basically a Link 1 droll with legs. Say less.
So, that's like really cool and all, but
I do have one major question for Sonny though, real quick.
Sure.
How does Dragon Link make Colossus?
By incorporating a Thunder Dragon engine with the Chaos engine that it already has.
Okay.
So, I mean, what are we really scared of here? Like, yeah, a deck can end on a Floodgate monster, like boo-hoo. Artifact Scythe has been chilling this whole time, and that's arguably more restrictive than Colossus is. Like, a whole bunch of decks just straight up can't play under Scythe. Under Colossus, you can at least use the cards in your hand. And also,
requires
I
more
think
setup.
Tatsim is the coolest person ever, and I think it would be a great birthday present for Konami to give Tatsim Colossus for a format. I think that's the best argument, is that it would make Tatsim very happy.
All right. Fair. I'll have to make sure that he listens to this episode.
Definitely.
I want him to hear you say that. All
I
right.
can't believe you've made me resort to this.
Honestly, I want a bigger breakdown of an argument from you. I don't really consider that a good enough argument. I need in depth.
Christ. Okay. Colossus can come back because kaijus exist. There are so many outs that exist now to Colossus.
They were there before.
That people are already playing generically. Yeah, but Forbidden Droplet is new, for example.
That's true.
Forbidden Chalice sees a lot more generic play.
Dark Ruler No More wasn't a thing.
Is also new. Yeah, so there are more outs to Colossus than ever before. I'm literally stealing Tatsim's argument.
All right. Next we have Teller Knight Ptolemaeus.
Teller Knight Ptolemaeus.
I think I'm arguing for, you're arguing against, Caleb.
Yep.
We both furiously Google the
Christ's
text.
As the moderator, am I the only one who actually knows what this card does?
I think I know what it does, but I think I also have it confused with Rongo Bongo.
I don't trust myself with my knowledge on this card.
Here, well, why don't I read it for you?
We're both Googling furiously.
Yes. Okay.
Hello. Oh no, go ahead.
Yeah, once per chain during 2 level 4 monsters, once per chain to our player's turn, you can attach 3 materials from this card, especially from your extra deck. A monster that is 1 rank higher than this card, except a number monster, by using this face-up card you control as Exceeds material. This is treated as an Exceed summon. Exceed materials also become materials on some monster. You can attach 7 materials from this card. Skip your opponent's next turn. During each player's in phase, you can attach a Stellar Knight card from your extra deck to this card. Face as a face-up Exceeds material. So I'm against this thing coming off?
Yep.
How do I get to be for this? Alright.
Hint. It's you guys. Okay, this is really funny because you guys don't know what this was used for.
Alright, Caleb, you're against it coming off.
Okay.
Present your argument.
Okay, so first off, yes, this is made with two or more level 4 monsters. So it's entirely feasible for you to get all 3 and then just rank up into...
You're for it coming off.
Thought I was against it. I'm confused now.
Wait. Oh, you're against it. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, wait, your argument's way easier. What?
Yeah, okay, so my beginning arm is just the first part of its effect, which is... detach 3. Yes, you can make this only using 2, but why would you? Use 3 monsters, detach all 3 of them, bam, rank up into a big old rank 5 bungus. I'm not sure which one you would actually go into, but except a number monster. But my first thought is Dark Requiem, who is just a detach 1 OTK with legs.
Well, it's hard to be an OTK without legs.
Yes. Depending on how many bodies your opponent has on board. And then, of course, in the whole, you can just keep attaching stuff to it during your end phase. If you use, let's just say, for sake of wild argument, you somehow get 5 level 4 monsters on board. It's not like we haven't seen that before. You just overlay all of them, and then 2 turns later, you get 2 turns back to back. How does your opponent out-advantage that at that point? There's just no conceivable way. Or, you don't even have to do that. You can just ignore the skipping your opponent's turn part. You can just make a big old rank 5 with multiple materials and just abuse the living crap out of that effect.
I still don't know if you're arguing for or against it.
Against? This thing is overpowered and broken and needs to stay banned forever.
Okay, I'm arguing for it. All right, so
good luck.
This thing has a lot of text, okay? But let's start with the beginning. It's once per chain during either player's turn, okay? Detach 3 Xyz material, okay, well it only takes 2 to make it. Special summon from your extra deck 1 Xyz monster that is 1 rank higher than this card, except a number monster by using this face-up card you control as material. This effect sucks. There's no good rank 5s for it to summon, and if there were, it's probably banned anyway. Okay, you can detach 7 Xyz materials from this card. Skip your opponent's next turn. This sucks too. You have to get 7 materials on it. Doesn't seem super feasible. During each player's end phase, you can attach 1 Satellar Knight card from your extra deck to this face-up card as face-up Xyz material. I mean, cool. All right, that's it. I'm done. He can come back. He can go back to 3. I don't care.
Okay.
All right, Skyhawk, please tell us why this card is banned now.
So I would like to present you with the information.
Thank you.
This card was banned because you could use it to summon Cyber Dragon Infinity.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That is why it was banned.
This card can come back. Like, that's not even a joke. This card can actually come back.
I am gonna have to agree with Sunny. This card is terrible. You want to use 3 level 4 monsters to make this and summon Infinity? Cool.
An Infinity with 1 material, mind you.
In fact, it is an Infinity with it is literally an Infinity with 1 material.
This card can actually just come back.
Fair,
this is fine.
To be fair,
Caleb, wait, you're still against it coming back.
Yeah, hold on. To be fair, with the Infinity, you could then activate effective Infinity and just steal 1 of your opponent's monsters and attach it to Infinity.
Giving yourself 2 material.
2 material.
Actually, to be fair, Tolmaeus actually does have the clause that all of its materials also become Infinity's materials. So
yes, but you see,
700 attack.
At that point, you're committing 4 or more monsters to actually make this happen. It's just not. Just let it. It's okay. It can come back.
Yeah.
Let the Satellar Knight players have this.
I don't think anybody has ever resolved the hand flip effect of this card, or the turn skip rather. It is on the ban list because of Infinity, and for that reason, I have to give it to Sunny.
Infinity is good, but not just like that these days.
You can make Corbage. Digital Blood Corbage.
Wow. Let's go! All right. Okay, wait. I'm moderating. Skyhawk is 4 and Caleb's against.
I'm 4, yeah.
No, I'd be 4, because I was just against.
Oh, that's true. I'd be against, yeah.
All right.
I'm against, okay.
Good luck, Caleb. You have to argue for just all of the tuners.
Okay. So listen, none of the tutors did anything wrong. Can you look that adorable O-Lion or the Jet Synchron in the face and tell them, you did wrong?
You just called an entire satellite dish adorable.
'Cause O-Lion is adorable! Have you not seen that chubby face?
But what about all the other ones?
Okay, so Jet Synchron is super cartoony to begin with. Glow Bulb's a plant.
So, whoa. Your entire argument for all of these cards coming back is that they're adorable.
Well, that's just my beginning.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm here for the depth. Let's go. I'm here for this. He's furiously Googling all of the tuners.
Yeah, like I'm
He Googled the phrase "all tuners," and he's filtering.
Yes, one moment.
Gofu, Steam the Cloak.
Gofu, Steam the Cloak, Dandelion's not a tuner, but similar.
Glow Up
description.
Bulb, Jet Synchron, O-Lion. I
Glow
think
Bulb,
that's
Jet
all of
Synchron.
them.
Oh, Lion.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's the relevant ones.
Okay, the Black Moon ones can stay banned. They're banned for a completely entirely different reason. Now I'm talking about specifically the ones that were banned because of
Hawk.
They did nothing wrong. These poor defenseless tuners were put in prison for the actions of a third party that they had nothing to do with. That to me that is not justice. That is a travesty. I mean, O-Line only special summons itself if there's a Mecha Phantom Beast token on the field. Oh no! It's not like Deskbot can't do that too. You know, because Alka-Fibrax.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you arguing for the tuners to be unbanned or for Deskbot to be banned?
I'm arguing for the other tuners to be unbanned. Let's see. Jet Synchron is all the Yusei players, all the people who play Yusei decks had going for them. Because, yeah, I guess Junk Synchron's okay. Lets you get into Junk Warrior super easy. Gives you access to quick... But Jet Synchron is just so needed. And then Glow Up Bulb isn't that good. You have to take one card from your hand and put it on top of your deck. You are ruining your next...
No. That's Plague Spreader.
Thank you. I got the two mixed.
It's mill one.
Yes. You have to mill a card, which could be something very important that you need in your hand. It could also be something that you just milled out that you kind of wanted there anyway, like, I don't know, Dandelion. Not saying I haven't done that before, back in the day, but Dandelion's banned, so that's not the point. Point is, these poor defenseless tuners did nothing wrong. It's all Hawk's fault. Ban Hawk. Actually, I think my pro argument was more anti-Hawk.
That's a fair argument in my
You know, that's my entire argument is ban Hawk. It's Hawk's fault. It's all Alka-Fibrax's fault.
Hello, is this thing on? Yeah, okay. Hi, everybody. I've called you here to this press conference today to address the allegations against me, Crystron Alka-Fibrax, for participating in events that put these tuners on the ban list. I would like to say a few things first. One, you have no proof I did it. There's no documentation anywhere. Secondly,
That's true. There were no tournaments with no results at this time. Continue.
Absolutely. Secondly, I am responsible for every single rogue deck in the universe. Do you really want the metagame to stagnate to decks that can't access their main game plan from the main deck? I think it would be ridiculous to charge me with this absolute slander. Third, my name is Needle Fiber. Get it right, idiots.
Okay, Mr. Alka-Fibrax, you've made a great argument for yourself saying legal. You have made no arguments at all for the banning of these tuners.
Oh, well, I mean, that's easy. Steam the Cloak is a punk ass. Glow Up Bulb and Jet Synchron robbed a bank. And Mecha Phantom...
Objection,
Mecha Phantom
Mr.
Beast.
Needle Fiber. This is just slander of your opponents. This is not actual evidence.
Because Global...
I completely disagree.
That's true.
And Mecha Phantom O-Lion was terrible in the Penguins of Madagascar.
I was really waiting for you to say Mecha Phantom Beast O-Lion was spying on people because he's a satellite.
But I like the Penguins of Madagascar reference more, actually.
Not gonna lie, I dig it. I might have to give him this one just off the impression.
Yeah, no, that was great.
Also ban that Auroradon, dude. Jesus Christ, 3 tokens?
You also, I would
I'm not
also
the
would have
problem.
accepted Deskbot as a valid answer there.
Sorry, I just got back from doing the laundry. Was anybody here while I was gone?
No.
No, not at all.
Cool, good to know.
Yeah.
So yeah, Hulk is fine. Caleb's argument sucks.
Caleb's argument sucks. All right, what am I, pro or against?
you'd be against now.
Okay, I'm glad y'all are keeping. No, I can't be against this one. I'm too pro. I'm biased. I'm too pro. I can't be against this one.
I'm the moderator, right?
Yeah. No. No, I'm pro. We made it all the way around. I'm pro.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm against then. All right.
Oh, this is so easy for me. Wind up carrier Zenmaity. Listen. Zenmaity's fine. It is even if you leave Hunter legal, Zenmaity can still come to at least 1. I think 1 is fine. 3 would be a bit excessive right now because it does put a very easy to get to hand loop in the format. But 1 is fine because at that point, all it does is makes Wind Up a very toolboxy deck that does not have enough follow through to compete on a high level. I understand the worry about having a prominent hand loop in the game. People don't want to be buying out and side decking Gemini imps. I get that. But realistically, even if you were to try to attempt the hand loop, which is possible with one Zenmaity, I admit it is, it's very fragile. If the Gishki hand loop is fine at full power, then Wind Up Carrier Zenmaity is more than fine at 1 copy. I rest my case.
Hey, Sonny, that's cool and all, but I just got a call from the Coast Guard, and somebody was saying that the Wind Up Carrier Zenmaity has been smuggling machines into the country. Do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, machines are cool, dog. All hail the machine overlords. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, since the Coast Guard angle didn't work, why don't I try this? L plus ratio plus a Cyber Dragon fuse away your entire board into Chimera Tech and attack for game.
This is once again an argument for Zenmaity being legalized because it makes Cyber Dragon and Chimera Tech Fortress a legitimate side deck option in the current format. You're helping me.
Hold on. Let me give it one more shot then.
Yeah.
This card should stay banned because I am in favor of banning all Xyz monsters, and I refuse to acknowledge that the years 2013 to 2017 ever existed.
But what about 2011 and 2012 when they were first released?
That's because Lagi and Dolko were released then, so those are fine. But Carrier needs to stay banned with the rest of
Why are those fine? Just out of curiosity.
Because I really like dragons.
Dragons! That's the ones you really like, is the dragons!
Yeah, I really like dragons.
I was really hoping for you to say dinos. I'm like, but they're dragons.
What are, I don't know what you're talking about. Rescue Rabbit effect?
Rescue Rabbit F?
Also, just for reference, the only machine windups, as far as I'm aware of, are the extra decks. All the main deck ones are all like
Spellcaster,
they're whatever they are,
Warrior, etc.
So you would, so if somebody was doing that, even if they had multiple they'd probably end up linking off the Zenmaity during the combo.
True.
And wouldn't even have the machine on board to begin with.
I love how fragile your arguments get, Skyhawk, when you're something that you obviously don't want to. It's
damn, you found out my strategy.
All right, next we have give the wheel a couple good spinny spins. Oh boy. All right, I am against. Caleb is for. Skyhawk, you're moderating.
I am here to keep the peace.
Spellbook of Judgement.
Ooh, I'm for?
Yep, I'm against.
All right.
Let's furiously go look up the text on Spellbook of Judgment.
Yeah, get a little refresher. I haven't seen this card since 2013.
Just like it should be.
Spellbook. Which one?
Judgment. All right, so I'm against, right?
Yeah.
All right, so during the end phase of the turn this card is activated, add Spellbook spell cards from your deck to your hand except Spellbook of Judgment, up to the number of spell cards activated after this card's resolution. Then, you can special summon from your deck one spellcaster-type monster whose level is less than or equal to the number of cards added to your hand by this effect. You can only activate one Spellbook of Judgment per turn. Okay, so here's the issue.
Hold on, I have...
Okay, go ahead. Give your measly argument.
Okay. Activate Spellbook of Judgment.
Sure.
It's good. What's the other spellbook that searches? Spellbook of...
Secrets?
Activate Spellbook of Secrets to search for spellbook. Cool. Droll. Your turn is ended. Congratulations.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You're going to bank on just having Droll
Yeah.
versus the Sky Striker player that's going to activate Spellbook of Judgment and then activate 12 spells and then activate Engage?
Yeah. Every time.
In
Just draw the out. It's not that hard.
Konami has been known to make formats where you do have to draw a draw. So this
That is
not
true.
a new phenomenon.
Just have the out. That simple.
This is kind of a tricky one for me, actually.
It's not tricky for me, and here's why. So,
It is really difficult for me.
it actually is very difficult for me also. All right, but here's why it shouldn't be. So, let's just say that your opponent doesn't have Astral Troll. So you're going to activate Spellbook of Judgment. And then you're going to start activating spell cards. You can activate Upstart Goblin. You can activate Foolish Burial. Any
Terraforming.
spell card. It's Sky Striker Engage. It doesn't matter. They all count. Which is where this gets so dangerous. Because it lets you add all of these spellbook cards to your hand, including the quick plays. So during the end phase, you're going to add upwards of 5 or 6 spellbook cards from your deck to your hand. And then you're going to, if you add 7, you just special summon a High Priestess of Prophecy. Broken. We're going to pretend like Ash Blossom doesn't exist for my argument. Okay, I'm done.
I'm surprised that nobody mentioned that this card can just summon Jaugen the Spiritualist.
Oh, it's any spellcaster type monster.
Yes.
That's true. This card should also stay banned
There's a
for
lot
that
of,
reason.
There's a lot of things you
So-
could special summon, but you got to get past the Ash or the Droll or the Imperm.
But the Droll doesn't stop the special summon.
I would like to make the point that the cards you are adding with this card suck. They're so bad.
I disagree.
Okay. What extremely powerful cards do you add with? If you can convince me on this, I'll give you the W.
More
What powerful
Spellbook of
cards are you
Judgments.
adding? I'm giving the win to Caleb.
Whoa, chill. You didn't even give me time to Google the spellbook cards.
Well, hold on. Okay.
I'll tell you
While
right
you're
now,
doing that-
there is one good spellbook card.
While you're doing that, I do also want to mention with the Spellbook of Judgment is that if you activate Spellbook of Judgment and activate something else that searches and you get drolled there, during your even if you keep activating spell cards during your end phase, you can't add any of those spells for Spellbook of Judgment to your hand, which means you do not get your special summon.
Is that how that works?
Yes. During your
Add
end
to your
phase-
hand then.
Yeah. Up to number of spell cards activate this card, and then you can special summon from your deck one spellcaster type monster whose level is less than or equal to the number of cards added to the hand by this effect.
All right, I get to moderate on this next one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And who's for?
I was just against.
So you're for the
That would be
unbanning.
four.
No, Caleb was just for Spellbook of Judgment coming back, right?
Oh,
yes, I was.
So
So
Caleb,
that-
you're
Caleb-
against this card,
Caleb was against.
and
I'm for.
Skyhawk, you are now forced to argue for the unbanning of Max C. Go ahead.
Ah.
And I just want you to know, promise, this is the last one, and it was not planned that way at all.
No. I saw you sitting there spinning the wheel.
I clicked it 3 or 4 times and then let it go.
I disagree. I think this is rigged.
It's totally rigged.
You can disagree with this being whether or not this is rigged, but you cannot disagree with Max C coming off the ban list. You have to agree with that.
That is true. I agree.
It should come off.
So my whole thing with why Maxi should not is Maxi create, because if you do, it has to come to 3, because otherwise it's a sacky one of that. If you just so happen to be lucky to draw it, you just win right there by default. Because if your opponent's playing combo. No, even if your opponent's not playing combo, because the only non-combo decks also still special spam a little bit. So you're still going to get 2, 3, 4 draws off of Max C, even against something like Eldritch or Altergeist, or even Sky Striker. No matter, so you're just going to always plus off of Max C in this day and age in the year of our Lord 2022. In addition, when it's at 3, it creates this weird game state to where really neither opponent, like if combo still continues to exist, neither opponent's going to want to actually do anything until they get a way to out the Max C. Yes, there are ways now to out Max C that weren't around back then. You have Call by the Grave, you have Crossout Designator. Those are the only two I can think of off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure there's more. But those are 2 main ones. Also, you can droll. So like if your opponent Max C's you on that first draw, you can droll them. And it eliminates the Max C. That is another way to get... There are ways around the Max C, yes. But if you don't have them, if you don't somehow have the out right then and there, and particularly with the Crossout and the Call by the Grave, because they're quick play spells, you have to... it has to be on your turn, which is normal. It'd be fun to do on your turn in a Prank Kid matchup. That'd be funny. I will concede that. But overall, it creates a very unhealthy meta where, like I said, common players just stare at each other for turns and turns and turns. Or it creates a situation where Eldritch is the best deck, and no one wants that.
No one wants that, but me. Hello, my name is Eldritch the Golden Board, and you may have heard of me from films such as The Road to El Dorado, or Dora the Explorer. No, but seriously, I think that Max C can come off the ban list, because once Max C comes off the ban list, everybody in person will cease playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think that is a net benefit to society as a whole. No longer will people be spending their hard-earned money on cardboard that tells people to screw off. No longer will people be attending events and calling judges asking why they can't summon Dragoon with monsters other than Red Eyes and Dark Magician. No longer will we have to suffer the scourge of time rules. Because with Max C coming back, everything fades to black.
Yo.
Max C returning is the reset of the universe.
Actually, at MBT, I hope you're listening to this. This is how you save the world from the scientists trying to decipher Nirvana High Paladin. Just unban Max C. This is the end of Junior Journey.
Nobody has to read cards. Nobody has to read cards.
This is the end of the Junior Journey. Max C being unbanned results in the end of the Junior Journey.
You know what? I concede to that for that.
I would like to unban Max C, activate the effect of Des Frog, and rebuild the universe.
Yo. All right. Well, listen, I've had a great time. I don't have anything else to add to that. That's just everything.
I think we've hit our high. It's all down here from here. All downhill from here.
See, Caleb's already stumbling on his words.
Yep, all down here from here.
I promise it's not after midnight. All right, so thank you, of course, everybody for listening. Thank you, Skyhawk, for coming on at extremely short notice. And
that's what I do. I fly in.
Absolutely. You do be swooping in. And of course, before we go, a quick word from our sponsor, because I promise I didn't forget earlier. A huge thank you to ETB Games in Alexandria, Louisiana, your one-stop shop for all of your card game needs, including all of your Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and Digimon content. You can get all of your singles, unsealed product there. You can also get all of your sleeves, deck boxes, binders, playmats, and anything else you'll need for those card games. You can also get all of your regularly advertised things like your figurines, your paint for the figurines, your pre-painted figurines, your mats, your books, your tabletop area to play on, your video game area to play. Everything that you need for all of your nerdy needs you can find at ETB Games in Alexandria, Louisiana. You can find a link in the description down below. If you want to support the channel, check out our Patreon. You can get me to read a really dumb name at the beginning of every episode, as long as it's kind of close to PG-ish, just for as little as $1 a month. And if you don't want to pay anything extra to support the podcast, be sure to check out our TCG Player affiliate link in the description down below. Just click before you buy, and it just helps us out immensely. With all of that said, thank you all so much for listening to today's episode. Before we go, Skyhawk, do you have anything that you want to plug?
I just recently put out another update to the Fluffle Guide on my YouTube channel at GiantSkyHawk. It has updates with Illusion of Chaos, so go to youtube.com/GiantSkyHawk if you're interested in learning about stuffed animals. But aside from that, this was super fun. Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely. And until next time,
Take care, everybody.